Hello, Falmouth voters. My name is Doug Brown, and I currently serve as your Select Board Chair. I'd like to take this time to share a little bit about myself and why I'd like to continue to serve on the Select Board. I grew up in Falmouth on Great Bay on Shorewood Drive. As a child, I was lucky enough to enjoy boating, fishing, and clamming the waters and hunting in the woods of Cape Cod. I have a deep appreciation for the natural environment. I've enjoyed my opportunity to contribute to the good work of the Select Board that's helping to restore our waterways and environment. With careful planning for sewer projects and water monitoring efforts, we can return our rivers and bays to good condition and good health without breaking the budget. As some of you may know, I was a pond watcher on Great Bay for 17 years, following the lead of one of my neighbors who also did it for 17 years before me. These volunteer monitoring efforts established a baseline of the health of our saltwater estuaries. That data is being used today to implement sewer planning initiatives. I served on the original Comprehensive Wastewater Management Plan Review Committee. We were tasked with implementing a $600 million sewer planning project in Falmouth. Rather than try to bond such a huge project all at once, our committee determined it would make more sense to make use of the existing capacity at our sewage treatment plant. We implemented a plan that would incorporate the town debt drop-off into the sewer planning schedule to manage the project more reasonably. As a result of careful planning and scaling back, we moved from the originally suggested construction of a new sewer plant at the Otis base to a more reasonable approach. The committee came up with a revised plan to spend only $290 million over an extended period of time. This allows the town to keep the tax base level while planning large projects. Recently, it's come to my attention that continued use of land-based infiltration beds will likely not be the best path forward for Falmouth. I'd like to stay on the board and lead efforts for consideration of an ocean outfall to discharge our highly treated wastewater into Vineyard Sound. Having a good sewer plan in place is essential for the future health and welfare of our residents, as well as planning for growth in sewer areas. This will aid the town in providing more densely populated zones to create affordable housing units for all residents of Falmouth. The current Select Board is very supportive of affordable housing initiatives, and I'd like to do my part to continue the momentum we have generated these last few years in addressing the shortage of affordable housing in Falmouth. Another issue that's important to me is the potential for construction of a broadband fiber network in Falmouth. Our town is often a leader in initiatives, and I believe the option of a broadband fiber-based internet service in Falmouth is an opportunity we should not miss. I can't help but wonder how many additional business opportunities will be available in Falmouth with such a network in place throughout the town. I've served previously as an East Falmouth Village Association board president, and I still serve on that board. I've served on Falmouth Housing Trust Board. I've served on the Town Building Committee during the renovation of the Main Street Library, and served in the Building Committee lead on the reconstruction of the Marina Park Music Pavilion. I've also served previously on the Falmouth Planning Board prior to running for a seat on the Select Board in 2016. I've also served as Falmouth delegate to the Barnstable County Assembly of Delegates. I had to resign my position with the county when it was advised that a conflict of interest was preventing me from serving both those sides effectively. I decided that my work as a Select Board member took precedence over my role with the county. We're fortunate to have Daniel Gesson serving as the Falmouth delegate going forward. It's been an honor to serve the people of Falmouth as a member of the Select Board for the past 6 years. I look forward to continuing to serve my hometown to the best of my ability. I appreciate your consideration for voting for Doug Brown for Select Board on May 17th. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Scott Zylinski, and I'm running for Select Board on May 17th. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm fourth generation. We own a little horse farm in East Falmouth. I'm happily married to a wonderful woman. I'm the project manager and operations manager for a large corporation over the bridge. I also own a high threat security company that my wife and I operate. I currently sit as the vice chair on the zoning board, which led me into the decision on what could I do, how could I serve the community more. And through that window, I've observed a skill set that may help, I'm sure will help direct the town in the challenging times that we're coming out of with respect to COVID and understaffing and budgets. My main job at AD Makepeace is as operations manager is to deal with construction, real estate, contract negotiations, labor disputes, day-to-day operations, security. So, I woke up one morning and I thought to myself, how can I apply that and serve the town at the same time? And it all came together for me. I'm looking at my 10-year-old granddaughter thinking, how can I help this town be a better, more sustaining, environmentally friendly, safe place to live? And that's when I chose to run for this position. I love the town. I remember how it used to be, how it is now, and there are some adjustments that we could all make with respect to how we look at things. And if we could simply come together a little more and look at things realistically, I think that we would all serve each other very well with respect to how the town is run. I'm a big fan of accountability. I'm a Navy veteran, and when you're a Navy veteran and you have other duties that you depend on other people for, you understand the importance of team dynamic. And I think the select board, in essence, is a team. I have people come up to me all the time and they say, what do you think? What do you think about this issue? What do you think about this issue? So I attended all of the precinct meetings prior to town meeting, and I realized that it's not what I think, it's what everyone thinks. And our job as select board members would be to investigate, analyze, come to a general conclusion on what's best for everyone and help people understand. My main objective here is to bring the community back in to town politics and help them understand how important how valuable and important their views are. So with that being said, I would love to get the public's participation in the next election and become involved and hopefully vote for me and trust that my approach to this is the correct one. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Paul Dreyer, and I'm a candidate for election to the Falmouth Planning Board. I'm a licensed professional engineer and a board-certified environmental engineer. I'm a town meeting member in Precinct 2 and have been on other town committees such as Coastal Resiliency, Charter Review, and Community Preservation Committee. In addition, I was an early advocate for the rehabilitation of Falmouth Station and the development of the Shivricks Pond Trail project. I've been on the planning board for several years, and we've been addressing many important issues that impact the town. I would like to continue to work on these issues for the town. For example, the mixed-use residential and commercial overlay district proposed by the board was approved by town meeting and the Attorney General's office and is intended to address the housing crisis by allowing mixed-use residential areas in certain business districts. We have advanced the recodification of the town, and the first step was the reorganization of the document that has been completed. Now the second step, and the more difficult part, is the actual code revisions necessary to bring the document up to date. The local comprehensive plan dated 2016 requires an update in areas such as coastal resiliency and transportation to be consistent with the state and local guidelines, as well as the 5-year strategic plan of the Select Board. In addition, we continue to address site plan review and other responsibilities of the Planning Board with the support of the Planning Department staff. I would appreciate your support for my re-election to the Planning Board on May 17th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shea Brown-Kirlew. I am running for school committee to give back and serve my community. Education is my passion. All of my children have been engaged in learning in the Falmouth Public School, from kindergarten to the high school, now in college, and served in the military. I migrated from Jamaica in 2005 and have lived in Falmouth over 9 years. I grew up in a welcome and loving community in Jamaica. When I moved to Falmouth, it had the same feeling. And through my children, my involvement in the community developed. My children gave me the insight in their need in a new environment, and this experience helped me to develop the skill required to advocate not only for my children, but other family in the community. I believe the children have a right to an education, and every children deserves to feel safe and have a sense of belonging. I am a member of the English Learning Parent Advisory Council, LPAC, an advisory committee for the Falmouth Public School. I was a member of the government committee at the Falmouth Service Center. I volunteer with Lawrence School Social Justice Group as a guest speaker. Professionally, I am a nursing aide, a business owner of Falmouth Beauty Supply and more. I consider myself not only a caregiver but also a connector who passionately assists those who are in need. As a hairstylist, I interact with students and their family who voice their concern about having a safe space, have a sense of belonging, having representation, and benefiting from an inclusive community, all of which Falmouth offer. I believe the children are the future, and each child have a right to know that their dream of being great and audition positively to their community can come true. If and when I become a school committee member, my intention is to continue to be a resource for family focused on inclusiveness, be a strong advocate for those who think they don't have a voice, try to increase parental engagement, and help to build more diverse approach in learning. If we come together and unite our children and community, we can create a positive environment for everyone, regardless of race, culture, identity. Vote for Shea Brown-Kirlew for Falmouth School Committee. The children are the future. We can make a difference in their life together. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Michael Heylin and I am running for the Falmouth School Committee. I am a lifelong Falmouth resident, grew up here, and I graduated from Falmouth High School in 1998. I went off to WPI in Fitchburg State, where I got my BS in Communications and my MBA in Business. I am currently enrolled in the Northeastern Doctorate Program for Educational Doctorate. I am in the dissertation process now, hopefully to be completed in the fall of 2022. I run a nonprofit media center where I work with high school kids on a regular basis, teaching them the fundamentals of television production and all other facets of media communication. I have 3 children, a 4th grader and a 2nd grader in North Falmouth, and my son is at East Falmouth in the preschool program. I look forward to your votes. I would appreciate it, and thank you all very much for watching.
Hi there, my name is Melissa Keefe and I am running for re-election for the school committee. For the last 7 years, I've had the honor and privilege of serving on the school committee, the last 3 of which I've been the secretary. I'm re-running for school committee because I truly love our town and our community. I'm a 1991 Falmouth High School graduate and a proud Clipper. My husband and I have 2 children, ages 12 and 13, and they are happy little Clippers coming up the ranks. I really enjoy spending time with the school committee, doing projects. Some of the things I'm thinking about are the turf field. We had graduation out there. That was very exciting. We hosted town meeting out there. Also exciting. Some of the challenging times I'm thinking about are the asbestos at T-Ticket School, but I think the district did a nice job of merging the 2 schools together and getting through the crazy times. I appreciate your vote on Tuesday, May 17th. I'm running for re-election for school committee. Again, my name is Melissa Keefe. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Nancy Kerrigan, not the skater. I am a candidate for school committee. Falmouth has been my home for over 45 years. My sons both graduated from this school system, and I volunteered for many years on the PTO and Project Rise. Ryan and Sean's families are here, and I have 2 granddaughters at Mullenhall Elementary School. My career has been in social work, and after I received my master's degree from Boston University, I became a school counselor for the town of Mashpee. For 14 years, I worked with different grades, kindergarten through 8th. While there, I introduced programs such as Second Step, character education, and peer mediation. 15 years ago, I became certified to teach yoga and have continued classes for all ages. Currently, I teach at Great Harbors and Mullenhall Elementary School's after-school program. Now that I'm retired, I feel that I have more time to give back to this town. I would welcome the opportunity to serve our community on the school committee. Please vote for me, Nancy Kerrigan, on May 17th. Thank you.
I am Margaret Souza, and I am running for the school committee. All of my life I have been aware of and committed to the process of education. A quality education enables people to improve their lives and contribute to society. For this to occur, a dedicated pool of teachers and staff are needed, and parental involvement is important. Utilizing the resources within the community enriches the student experience and builds a bridge for the future. I began my career as a 3rd grade teacher, following the advice of a college professor who indicated if I wanted to teach at the college level, which I had told her, I should teach 3rd grade because they would teach me how to teach. I also have taught at the junior high level, which provided me an opportunity to understand the difficulties students face during the maturation process. I am a social worker, and during my years of working as a social worker, I taught at several colleges. For over 20 years, I taught the state-mandated course for teachers, Drug and Alcohol Education at New York University. My last position was teaching at SUNY, Empire State College. I mentored and taught adult paraprofessionals, continuing their professional development. The last course I taught there was focused on helping students deal with the death of a loved one and family member. Many do not think that young people grieve, and family members who are dealing with their own bereavement often cannot be responsive to the needs of others at a time of loss. The last couple of years have been a challenge for all of us. However, I know that it has taken a toll on our young people. The learning process has been disrupted, social interactions have changed, and much has been lost. As a social worker, my input into the needs of students would be of assistance. I know Falmouth students have excelled in comparison to other locations in Massachusetts. I want to support what already has been accomplished and continue to improve on that. I also want to bring my work as a cultural anthropologist to the school committee to work toward a mutual understanding of diversity and its value to all of us. I will work to help students academically and emotionally post-COVID, focus on drug and alcohol problems which often occur after a crisis such as COVID, and broaden the definition of diversity and help to understand its importance for all of us. Thank you for taking time to listen to me and why I'm running for the school committee. I would greatly appreciate your vote on May 17th.